Hello. Hi. I'm Larissa, also known as Feeling Strangely Fine, and I am recording today to tell you about my experience with a seminar from a hypermobile coach slash trainer. I first stumbled across Brandon Blinn from Blinnergy Gym in Washington State on Instagram, and the post was, "Are you hypermobile and in pain?" and you want to be able to clean your bathtub without being in pain, or something to that sort. Was like one of the first videos I saw of his, and it talked about being hypermobile and positioning and bracing your body and holding your muscles and actually activating them versus tensing them. And it was such an eye-opening moment for me that I've been following him since. I probably first saw him like in December or January. Some backstory for me: I am hypermobile and in pain. And last fall, I went on disability from my job, my 9 to 5, for the past decade, due to the pain in my body and the inability to be physically active at my job anymore. And in these months before I started practicing what Brandon preaches and before I took his seminar, I've had lots of downtime, lots of MRIs, lots of things. So we learned I have early osteoarthritis in my spine and my neck, possibly other places. I have a cyst in my lower spine, a spur in my neck. I have a lot of negative pain or tingling or numb type symptoms as of late, but I hope I'm much better than I was a year ago. Either way, especially now with Brandon's training. Also to note, I have done many, many, many months of physical therapy for my arthritis and for some of the issues that I have. And then I continue to do those practices at home. And I actually have a super routine for my body that I have to do every day. So I wake up between like 4 and 5 and I spend time on my body so that I have a painless day. There's not pain-free days in my life so far, but manageable pain anyways, to where I'm not crying and it's not stopping my normal routine. And those things have helped to get me to where I am now. Um, okay, I'm going to show just my normal, relaxed posture. It's usually like a side or a side thing. Okay, notice the line of me. And if I'm just relaxing this way, super curvature, legs are balanced right, and I can just be like this. Or just standing here. And so I worked like this. I'm crunching my lower back right now, so hardcore. Anyways, this is my awful posture. My relaxed, natural posture. Okay. So one of the things we learned in the seminar is how to stand. Just how to stand before it, like just prepping for a squat. Just standing, period, standing or walking. Okay. Especially if you're a neurospicy or neurodivergent person, like I am. We get lost in our brains a lot. I'm not paying attention to what my body does a lot of the time, but thus all the random bruises and not knowing where I am in space and time and the plasma here and smacking my hands on things. I have a ganglion cyst on my hand from such a wound, from such a not paying attention and banging into things. And so this also helps with your proprioception, or like where you are and how you feel your body. And so one is having like 3 points on your foot, here, 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 touching on the ground. So like each foot. And that I notice right now, you can see like when I relax, my ankles cave in, my knees cave in, my knees turn in, my hips turn in. And I have an anterior pelvic tilt, but that's like natural for me. It's been that way for a long, long time. But when I want to stand correctly and walk correctly, it's so much extra effort because I've been doing it wrong, apparently, forever. Okay. It worked for me, but now we're in pain every day. So it did not work for us, right? So we've got to relearn how to do some things that are super basic. And no shame to me or the way that my body has been with me. And so 3 points on each foot. And then you want to it lines up your ankle, which lines up your knee, which lines up your hip, okay, which lines up my shoulders. And then I know to barely turn in my hips, which makes the brace right here. It's hard to breathe like that because these muscles haven't been engaged and the diaphragm is not used to being in that place. But this is appropriate, proper standing posture. This is like, I can do anything from this position, but to remember to be in it all the time and not just, cool. It's a lot of work, but it is absolutely helping. So, I'm highly recommending the seminar. I accidentally watched it on like 1 point something speed, and I just thought Brandon was just like on it that day, like, yeah, let's get through it. So even accidentally watching it a little bit too fast for the first time through, it was still excellent. I still retained a ton of the information, and you have it to watch again forever. And you can submit questions to him about your posture and about your specific ways that you do things or regular tasks, and he will sometimes make videos of them if he doesn't have them already for that type of scenario. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.